An American mom meets a 6-year-old girl with Down syndrome from China for the first time.
Hi, Mama.
Because of her condition, this little girl named Donna was abandoned by her birth parents at a police station when she was just 4 months old. She stayed in the orphanage until she was 6, when a kind-hearted couple from the US finally adopted her. The moment her blonde, blue-eyed adoptive mom pulled her into a warm hug, Donna couldn't stop calling out "Mama, Mama." Looking at this sweet and innocent little girl, the mother was moved to tears. This was the moment she had dreamed about for so long. It turns out, this young couple from Texas had been hoping to adopt a child from China for years. Maybe it was fate, but the first time they saw Donna's video, they felt an instant connection with this special little girl. When they learned that children like Donna, those with Down syndrome, would likely remain in the orphanage for life if not adopted, they immediately decided to bring her home. Their decision was fully supported by their 3 children. After over a year of preparation, they finally completed the adoption process and had already chosen a name for her, Lucy. But just as they were getting ready to head home with Lucy, they discovered she had a close friend at the orphanage, a 6-year-old boy with a visual impairment. Lucy and the boy were almost inseparable. Seeing how bonded the 2 kids were, the couple had a serious discussion and made a bold decision: they would adopt the little blind boy too. With the experience of their first adoption, they quickly completed the paperwork and gave the boy a new name, Henry. Before this, they had known nothing about him other than his name and age, but they believed he was meant to be their child, too. When asked if she was afraid of becoming the mother of a child with Down syndrome and another who was blind, the mom replied,
And I say, I'm not scared at all. I have so much joy in my heart for these children. There's no room for fear.
After saying goodbye to the orphanage staff and the other kids, the couple didn't rush back to the States. Instead, they took their 2 new children on a trip around China, visiting many cities. Along the way, they slowly bonded as a family. Lucy loved to introduce her new parents to people they met.
亲爱的爸爸，
这是你的爸爸，
是我们妈妈。
是你的妈妈。OK。
After spending more than a month in China, the family finally returned to the US. Gone were the lonely and gray days of orphanage life. At their new home, Lucy and Henry's world was suddenly full of color. Their new siblings welcomed them with open arms, playing with them in the park, swimming with them in the pool. Their parents also made time to take all the kids on little adventures, watching baseball games, exploring space museums, strolling along the beach. Because of Henry's vision loss, their parents always gently held his hand and guided him to experience the beauty of nature. Fast forward 7 months, Lucy and Henry had fully adapted to their new life. Since children with Down syndrome often face learning challenges, Lucy had never gone to school or heard a word of English before her adoption. But with her mom's patient teaching, she had learned all 26 letters of the alphabet and could already hold simple conversations with her mom.
Lucy, what is your favorite color? Pink! What about your favorite movie? Peppa Pig. What does Peppa Pig do? What Peppa Pig does?
It's hard to imagine how much time and patience went into all of these changes. What Lucy looked forward to most each day was picking up her brothers and sisters after school. Henry, on the other hand, was enrolled in a local school for the blind. He can now speak English fluently and has even learned how to read using Braille.
Good job.
The parents also took Henry to one of the best eye hospitals in the area for a full examination. Unfortunately, doctors discovered that his blindness was caused by a genetic mutation that led to corneal opacity, and there is currently no effective treatment available. But his parents have not given up hope on finding a solution. Soon, it had been a full year since Lucy and Henry arrived in the United States. In that time, they made countless beautiful memories. Lucy officially started school, and even though her cognitive abilities weren't on par with other children, she never showed signs of fear or low self-esteem. On the 1-year anniversary of their adoption, Mom and Dad bought Lucy and Henry a bunch of gifts and even dressed them in traditional Chinese clothes. The whole family gathered together to celebrate this very special day with them. But their connection to China didn't end there. 2 years later, while browsing the internet, Mom happened to come across a video of a 3-year-old girl in China with Down syndrome. What shocked her most was that the child was living in the same orphanage where Lucy and Henry had once stayed. It felt like fate. The moment she saw that little girl's face, she couldn't get her out of her mind. After discussing it with the family, the couple made another big decision: they would adopt this 3-year-old child. After 6 months of paperwork and preparation, in March 2018, the couple returned to China with their children and adopted the little girl. They named her Eloise. Just like the first time, Mom was overwhelmed with emotion and cried tears of joy. Lucy rushed forward to try and make her new little sister laugh, then wrapped her arms tightly around her, as if to say, "You found a loving home now."
I love you.
Morning.
After finishing all the formalities, the parents brought Lucy back to the orphanage to visit the staff and friends who had once cared for her, both as a gesture of gratitude and to show how far she had come.
还记不记得爸爸呀？爸爸想你了。
这是最早的一个。哇，谢谢，谢谢。
And that wasn't all. With the help of the staff, the parents took Lucy to visit the police station where she had been found. They even left a message on the original missing child bulletin, hoping to reach her birth parents. "Your baby has been adopted by a very kind couple. They love her dearly. She is now living a happy life and growing up in a joyful, loving family." And just like the message said, in their new American home, these 3 Chinese children, once abandoned and facing uncertain futures, are now living the happy, fulfilling lives they deserve.